I'm Brooks Gibbs, a Clearwater resident, and I want to wish all my neighbors in Clearwater a hard-earned congratulations. You have spoken, and the Save the Garden petition has crossed the threshold needed to move forward. We have collected over 7,000 signatures, which means we are well on our way to voting this August to make vacating downtown streets a voter decision and not just a city council decision. The next step is to submit these signatures to the city clerk, and there the signatures will get counted, verified, and once they're certified, it will go to the August ballot where we can vote on it. There's just one major concern that our team has. Remember, this is Clearwater, and Scientology is the largest and most powerful downtown property owner that has strategically acquired control of 75% of downtown. So we fully expect legal pressure via lawsuits once the signatures are submitted to the clerk. And these, of course, will be designed to delay and drain the whole changing the charter process. And we're trying to think of ways to avoid that. If we can't avoid that and we have to fight them, then of course we're prepared for that. We're not backing down. But at the same time, we're praying for wisdom. We believe that there's a smarter path that will help us and the city avoid fighting Scientology in court. Our city can place this initiative directly on the ballot as a council-sponsored measure, meaning we can hand them the Save the Garden initiative and they can implement it on our behalf. And we would much rather work with our elected officials than work around them. We were researching if any other city in Florida did something like this, partnered with the city council to actually change the charter. And sure enough, we discovered that the Miami Beach commissioners put a similar ordinance on the ballot after receiving numerous emails from concerned citizens. So I reached out to the mayor and I asked Mayor Stephen Miner why their city commission unanimously decided to place a referendum on the ballot on behalf of the citizens to require voter approval for the vacation of right-of-way in Miami Beach, which is exactly what we want to do here in Clearwater. This is what he had to say.
Our residents have been very vocal and clear that responsible development is something that everyone can sign up to. But there was a general consensus and a growing consensus that there was too much overdevelopment. We're a 7-mile barrier island. There's obviously traffic issues, infrastructure issues. So, but there had been a number of instances where we had these street closures where developers were able to aggregate the floor area, show the FAR, and build more density, generally height, than what had otherwise been allowed. And we heard significant sort of opposition to that. I read every email that comes in. I try to respond to every email that comes in or text message. It's time consuming, but ultimately we were hearing it. And then I think it helped that you had a resident group, and it sounds like that's something you're doing. You had this resident group that has our ear. I'm not saying we listen to every issue or they bring, but they certainly have our ear and they have our respect. And they met with each of us and they were pushing this. And ultimately we felt it was that, interestingly, I'm sure the developers weren't too happy about it, but they actually didn't organize to push back or anything like that. And we made the decision, let the voters decide on it. We'll put it on, we'll make a resolution and let the voters decide. And the vote from the voters was almost 76% in favor of having the voters decide. It's hard to get 76% of a vote on anything.
Did you hear that? After a couple hundred emails, the council acted. Now, we've done way more in our due diligence to get 10% of voters. And when I told Mayor Miner this, he was actually shocked at our accomplishment.
Well, 10% is significant. We've never seen anything like that, at least during my time as an elected official. I've never seen a petition like that. Certainly not 10%. Once in a while, we get something. They submit a couple hundred signatures on something just to show, that there's a uniform voice, but not for the intent of pushing it on the ballot. Here, it was more like a grassroots movement. It wasn't any. It was individual residents, sometimes not even working together, just telling us their opinions, and you kind of collectively, after a long time hearing it, saying, we got a problem here. We're not hearing residents supportive of this vacation of the right of way. We're hearing the opposition. So we need to address it, and we did.
The city of Clearwater can learn from Miami Beach. The council has the power to fast track this referendum that we're suggesting and put it directly on the ballot so that we, the people, can decide in August whether or not the charter needs to be changed. So here is our open challenge to our city council members, Vice Mayor Lena Teixeira, David Albritton, Mayor Bruce Rector, Mike Menino, and Ryan Cotton. Who will put this initiative on the agenda? And who will make a motion to put this on the ballot? And who will second that motion and vote it through? Clearwater is watching whether or not you will listen to the will of the people. So please do the right thing and adopt this initiative as a council-sponsored resolution. And I'm asking that some courageous council member actually takes this ballot measure from us and adopts it as a council initiative. You put it on the ballot in August of 2026. For those of you continuing to stand with us, go to savethegarden.org. At the very top of the website, there's a form that you can fill out, and it will allow you to send a message directly to all of our council members, encouraging them to take this up as a council initiative and put it on the ballot. Clearwater has spoken. Now it's time to find out if the council will listen and do what they've been elected to do, the will of the people. The greatest way to put pressure on the Church of Scientology to activate their downtown properties and make downtown Clearwater beautiful and vibrant for the citizens is to make them know that they have to win the approval of the citizens. They have to go to us for the street. They have to change their reputation. And once they do that, they just might get a street. Thanks again for watching today's video. We have so many new developments happening daily with the garden, and so it's important you like and subscribe on YouTube. So instead of us emailing you, you just get our latest updates on this channel. Thank you, guys.